everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Hayes is out there with Nico Melli. Then it's Boban Marjanovic, and it's Baldwin in at the 1. Here's Baldwin to the left side wing. They set the screen. Here's Baberovic. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
That was a prayer. All luck getting that one to go.
You're 7 a screen. From outside, off the mark. Pass to Baberovic. Three-pointer. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Done with it. Hayes picks him up. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Baldwin's shot is good.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Takes the 3. Hits the trifecta.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Pass to Melli. The 3 is up. The rebound by Nunn. The ball's knocked loose, and that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Nunn. Now here's your 7. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Baldwin. They need this. The rebound by Osman.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That is how you defend shots from downtown.
Nunn with a bucket. Nunn's got his second basket.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Down low, here's your 7. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Baberovic. The quick look, no good that time. Athens leading by 9. 4-3. Osman, no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Knocked away. Pass to Melli. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. On offense, here is Athens. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Oh, wasted no time on that one. 6 points for him.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
There's a screen. Pass to Osman. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Marjanovic. Off target from three-point range. Athens leading by 9. Osman passes to Hernan Gomez. Now Nunn. The 3 ball. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Here's Melli. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Here's Nunn. 7 points in the game. Here's the three.
That missed aside. They're off to a strong start at the offensive end.
It's hauled in by Marjanovic.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Hayes for three. It's hauled in by Athens. Osman's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Hernan Gomez. And he slams it in one-handed.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
What if it goes? And so it's Athens up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Athens.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Here's Brown. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And for Athens, here's Goodrich. Misses the three. Athens leading by 13. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
And for Athens, drops in the three. 6 points for him.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Outside, Brown to the inside. The steal.
What outstanding defensive anticipation and a poor decision passing.
It's picked off. Here we go, one-on-one. Fires the three. Kept alive. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. All right, a chance to check out the upcoming schedule for Athens on Sunday, and then Sunday from the inbound, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Beautiful play design. Anytime you get a dunk off an inbounds play, you know your strategy is on point.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Ooh, he dialed that one up from long distance.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
They swipe it. And here comes the break. From deep. It's hauled in by Athens.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
And there's a pick. Knocks down the long J.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Stripped it away. And they're running. From outside the arc. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 54 left to play in the second quarter. Athens leading by 14. Knocks it down from distance. Give him 8 points now.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Here's Goodrich. tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. The shot misses.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
No good on the triple.
Excellent defense there, but he has to be smarter and a bit more patient.
And he dunks it down.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. And it's rejected. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. 59 seconds left to play in the first half. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Athens shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. Athens leading by 20.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Athens shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Free throw good. Brown. And both free throws good for Brown.
He wasn't quite as assertive as he needed to be in the first quarter, but now he's taking a more head-on approach and getting himself to the line.
Oh, got that one up quick.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
And Brown has got the ball here for Athens. 29 seconds left to play in the half. There's a screen. Defended by Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. That one is off. And so it's Athens up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
You can do everything else, but if you don't take care of the boards, you're, well, you know what I'm going to say.
Your goose is cooked? And now here's something that's all... And that's a wrap on...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Boban Marjanovic out there with Nico Melli. Then there's Hayes, and it's Baldwin in at the point. It's hauled in by Athens.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Hernan Gomez on the wing. From downtown, and again, it's Athens with a three.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Pass to Baberovic, takes a three. They get it back. And here's Hayes. Goes back up. And it's good on the lay-in. Hayes has got 5.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
The kick out to Nunn. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Osman. It's tipped. And he gets it back. Osman's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Hayes, the pass to Melli. Here's Baberovic. The three. Pure from three-point range. Baberovic has gotten his second bucket on the night.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Hey, here's Nunn for 3. That one doesn't drop.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Omer Yurtseven. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one misses. To the paint. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's his first trip to the line, and he makes the first.
At the line for the away team, Nicolo Millen.
And so he hits both. And so it's Athens with it. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's 7. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. This is his second trip to the line in the game. And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
Well, B.A., whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches' contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn every penny. Because what happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have 0 problems with the salaries. Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Athens leading by 16. Outside none.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And another miss by Athens.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Baberovic. Nunn defends. And it's good. 2 points. Baberovic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
I just love the ball movement.
Here's Nunn. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Hey, here's Nunn for 3. Here's Yurtseven. And he finishes it with a jam.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force. Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Osman with the bucket. Osman's got 7 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the...
Oh, what a shot! That was from way downtown.
Nice. The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Screen by Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. The 3. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Marjanovic got 7 rebounds in the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
17 seconds left in the third quarter. And another miss by Athens.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Here's the pick. From the arc. He drops it from range. He has 6. Picked it out of midair. And so it's Athens ending the quarter up 10. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very... The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Athens leading by 10. There's the steal. Here's Guduric. Offline with a 3. To the left wing. Launches a 3. That one no good. deficit trimmed to single digits.
After a poor offensive first half, some nice adjustments made by the staff, and their shooting percentage is climbing.
And here's Brown for three. Connects from downtown.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
To the middle. Here's Birch. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
A quick shot there. It's off target. Here's Goodrich. Knocks down the triple.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Into the lane. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
PA, did you see his elevation? Unbelievable.
Man, he's a powerhouse, isn't he? Money from the wing. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Athens leading by 8. Brown scanning the floor. Inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
And he commits the intentional foul. And some changes here for Athens.
Substitution.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Marjanovic. Pass to Baldwin. Five to shoot. He takes it in. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Nunn finds you at 7. To the inside. Pass to Osman.
2 minutes.
Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Here's Baberovic. Three-pointer. No good there.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Drills it from deep.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Ooh, poked away. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter here. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Nunn. You're 7 a screen. Fires the three. And again, it's Athens with a three.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Baldwin. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
From downtown, it's hauled in by Marjanovic. "16 seconds left in the fourth. And it goes!
Oh, my. Wow.
Count it! Hey, here's Nunn for three. They get it again. Off on that one. And so it's Athens winning this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd can
It's an NBA afternoon game here on this Thursday. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. It'll be the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Metu. He's out there with Parker. Satoransk there with Hernan Gomez.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
There's Lucas, and the layup's good off the glass.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Hernan Gomez a screen. Lets the three fly. Cranes it from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Away team foul. Odin, first personal foul. First team foul.
Lucas. Satoransk covering. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Three-pointer. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Osman. Hands it from downtown. Osman's got 5.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
A floater. Yurtsevin with the rebound. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Osman, covered by Parker. Launches a three. Another three for Athens.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
Trying his luck from deep. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
2 minutes.
Lucas. Satoransk covering. The rebound by Metu. Parker finds Hernan Gomez. And finish off by Hernan Gomez.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
And that one's good. Osman.
Ooh, he's on a bit of a heater now. He hasn't missed one this quarter yet.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. They set the pick to the paint. Here's Yurtsevin.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Satoransk looking around. Beyond the arc. Yurtsevin with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Osman. No good on the triple. Parker outside. Picked his pocket. 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Nailed from three-point land. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
There's the pick. Fires for three. That shot no good. Here's Satoransky. He gets it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
Medu is out there with Hernan. Whoa, look out! Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Athens shooting their first free throw of the game. Free throw good from Brown. Now Athens with it. They trail by one. Nunn with it. Here's the screen. Baseline jumper. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Petro driving the lane. Off with the layup. Anderson outside. He's covered by Brown. And it's Abrinas in the corner. Stolen by Nunn. Petro rips down the breakaway slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
Anderson a screen on Nunn. Abrinas. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Inside. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And here's Brown outside. Fall with the rebound. And they're running. Traps in the tray.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Now Athens with it. And here's Nunn. Still yet to score. This one for three. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
To the middle. Puts one up, and the layup is good. And it's a 7-point Athens lead.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
In the first half, 2 minutes.
To the inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Now here's Brown. Up and in on the layup.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Abrinas with the drive.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Second team foul.
Here's Nunn. No good on the quick three. Nunn's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And Anderson has it in the corner. It's hauled in by Athens. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And so it looks like Athens will retain possession here. And a great time to check out the power rankings. See how the teams are stacking up across the league. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
When you look at this visiting team, they're sort of cemented in this spot right now. Playing decent basketball, but not quite well enough to make up any ground and get into that next tier. And that's rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensational.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Takes it inside, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nunn. Here's Laprovitola. Nothing on the board. Pass to Fall. Now here's Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Here's Brown. And Brown throws it down hard.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 5 points in the game.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tipping point.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And so it's Athens with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Back to the action in just a minute.
Right around this time, I would find out who my teammates were on the All-Star roster. Sadly, I was unable to play alongside Kenny. Sad for him.
All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the visiting team. And that concludes.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've got Yurtseven, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3, the small forward.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Parker out there with Medu. Then there's Hernan Gomez, and it's Satoransky in at the 1 spot.
First team foul.
There's Lucas. The rebound by Medu.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
And for Athens, we've got Yurtseven, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And that one falls for Parker. And here is Athens now. It's a 1-point game. It's Lucas. Satoransky covering. Offline with his 3. Driving in. That's tipped. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. And yes, it's good. And Athens leads by 3.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Clock at 6. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now. Fires
from the wing. The rebound by Medu. Medu's got his 5th rebound in this one. Sadaransky, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And they are amped up right now. I mean, after trailing for so long and then trimming that margin, finally they take the lead.
Lucas, Sadaransky covering. There's Lucas, and it's off from 3-point range.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
Yurtsevin with the rebound. And now Athens on the break. Over to the wing, launches it. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Medu passes to Hernan Gomez. A 3-pointer is right on target. He's got 19.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Down low, Yurtsevin, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Athens trails by 6. Right around 3 minutes into the second half.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And a strong finish with 2 hands.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Second chance shot out to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. And it's in there. Parker's got 10 points in the quarter.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
There's Lucas. Misses the 3.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball. And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
They set the pick. He takes it in. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Ball stolen. And now Athens on the break. There's Lucas. Off target with his 3.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence. Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Yurtsevin, no good. Driving inside. No good on the last second attempt there. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And Athens calls time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the head coach for Athens talked to his team during that timeout. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said, this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David. They've got Anderson. And it's Lapro Vidala in at the point. Athens trails by 5.
Away team foul. Number 8. Second personal foul. First team foul.
There's a good screen. Here's Dunn. And Down it goes, jamming that one home.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G, he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Here's Latrovitola. From down in the low post, it goes. Latrovitola's got his first 2 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And here's the fast break. Latrey knocks down the 3 ball.
Number 8.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Brown, good.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Brown. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Athens.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group for Athens. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
Here's Lucas. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
That one drops for him.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
They set the screen. Pass to Yurtsevin. It's blocked.
Athens foul call. Hernan Gomez. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Latrovitola passes to Abrinas. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Lucas passes to Osman, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Bangs home the trifecta. 24 points for him.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point. You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The 3-point stroke is off.
Here's Latrovitola. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtsevin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Osman. Banked in off the glass.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Parker against Hernan Gomez. To the inside. Stolen by Yurtsevin.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game, because this one looks a bit out of reach.
Abrinas buries it from 3-point range.
That one's going to be the final dagger. These guys can now celebrate.
Market time of death. Does that mean we get to officially enter garbage time? I vote hopefully yes.
.35 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Abrinas with a rebound. There's the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Parker outside. Puts up a three. It's good. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Chimezi Metu out there with Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Saturansky in at the point. No coverage that time.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Lets it go from deep. It's Hayes with the rebound. Here's Baberovic. Pass to Hayes. The shot. And he's off on his first shot of the game. Parker against Hayes. This one for three. Parker, no good. Here's Baberovic. Here's Baldwin, covered by Saturansky. Jacks up a three. Baldwin's shot is off.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Over to the left wing, Parker. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Hey, shot's good.
Good job finding the clean look behind the arc.
Hayes against Parker. The long distance three is Barry.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Baldwin, covered by Saturansky. Pass to Baberovic. There's a screen. Clock at 6 from behind the arc. And Parker pulls it down. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Saturansky passes to Hernan Gomez. Fires the three. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Well, beating everybody to the ball, Willie doesn't always get his number called, so he's got to put in the extra work and find these efforts on the offensive glass.
The shot by Melly, no good. Parker against Hayes. The three is up. Fires in the triple. Parker's got 6.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Here's Baldwin. The shot to stop the run. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Saturansky outside. Pass to Metu. There's a minute 40 left in the first quarter of the game. Nails the 16-footer. He's got 5.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Here's Baldwin. Here's Baberovic. Here's the 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
There's a screen by Metu. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Launches it. Melli with a rebound. Here's Baldwin. Hayes with it. Here's Baldwin. Parker defending. The 3 ball. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
First trip to the line for him here. And he drops the first. And he sinks the second. And he nails the third.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Baldwin, the pass to Melli. Here's Baberovic. 26 seconds left to play in the first. Buries it from 3.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
There's the triple. Parker, no good.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Screen by Marjanovic. For 3. The shot no good. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Leading by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
It's stolen away. Beyond the arc. Here he goes. The 3. The shot that time not on target. They set a pick. The 3 doesn't go that time. Here's Guduric. Sinks the tray.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Fall. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. There's a screen. Tries again. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. He's got 5.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
On target from range.
You like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
Stolen. Let's go with a 3. Tipped away. In transition, here they come. Drains the triple.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
There's the three. The offensive rebound. They set the pick. Second chance shot. And that's good for two. From outside the arc. Unable to get that one. You wonder if they could push this lead to double digits.
Ooh, with the way they're playing, there's no reason to think they can't.
Gets the three ball to go.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
The three is up. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started. Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, "We're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see, and your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that."
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. Here's Vesely. No dice on the putback jam. From deep. On target from range.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Pass to Anderson. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Clock at 4. Guterich with the rebound.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Counted from distance. 30 seconds left in the first half of this game. Satoransky left side. Here's Metu. He's scoreless. And no good. The dry spell continues. Sinks it from distance. He has 6. Puts up a 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
They needed that boost going into halftime. They were starting to look a little disorganized.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Up by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Once they gain position underneath the backboard, it's hard to push them out of there.
And even when they don't have position, they have guys who will knife in and...
Okay, now we've got some time. Thanks for joining us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Hayes is out there with Nico Melli. Then it's Boban Marjanovic, and it's Biberovic in a 2-guard. Baldwin. Offensive board. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
There's a screen. Down low. Shot clock at 6. Here's Biberovic. No good with the triple.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've got Willie Hernan-Gomez, and it's Metu in at the 4.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
Satoransky shot is off. Now here's Hayes. He's guarded closely. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Well, he's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
There's a screen by Metu. 4-3. Knocks it down from distance.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Fires from deep. To the left wing. Here's Baberovic. He has 6. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Here's Satoransky. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Satoransky's got his first bucket in this one.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Pass to Baberovic. Fires for 3. He buries it from 3. Baberovic has got 9. That's tipped. Takes a 3. Sinks the tray.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
Parker passes to Metu. Parker the screen. Hernan Gomez on the wing. Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Back to Marjanovic. Pass to Melli. 6 to shoot. Takes the 3. Marjanovic inside. Hernan Gomez there. For 3. Baberovic can't get it to go.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
An absolute bomb from three-point range. 11 points in the game.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Hayes for 3. And Metu pulls it down. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Nails it from 3. Parker's got 6 here in the quarter.
Things are starting to come together for them. And the lead is starting to grow, too.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Offensive rebound. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation.
1:02 left to play in the third. Baldwin's shot is off.
Their execution has not been crisp this half, and it's putting them in a hole.
From the corner. Melli with a rebound. Melli's got his 4th rebound in this one. Screen by Marjanovic. Baberovic can't get it to go. Baberovic has gone 4 of 10 here. Back to Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Take it away. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Here's Guduric. Up in time. No good on the buzzer beater. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Pulls up on the wing. Can't get it to drop.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Substitution for the away team. Number 22, Jabari Parker.
That three's off the mark. And they're on the break. Three-pointer. Doesn't go for him. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Hits the three-pointer.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Parker passes to Anderson. Parker the screen. From down low. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's the three. Pass to Birch. Takes a three. Pure from three-point range.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Five on the clock. And there's the screen. Offensive rebound. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 6 rebounds here tonight. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Buries it from three.
He's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And I think the crowd is admiring the long-range duel.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Parker. Parker the screen. From deep three-point land. Guterich with the rebound.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. And he lobs it up.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Pass to Parker. A minute 9 left in the fourth. The three is up. It doesn't go for him. And connects from downtown.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it. It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting him rip.
pass to Birch. There's a screen by Birch. Clock at 6. Here's Goodrich. Three-pointer, no good. Parker, the screen. To win the drought. Oh, did he? He did!
That's
He
gonna
got
count.
it to fall!
Put it on the board. So nice. The winner at the...
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. It's Athens facing the home team. A look at the starting group for Athens. We've got Yurtsevin, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3 slot. Here's Lucas. Drills the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Hayes. Fires the 3. Yurtsevin with the rebound. For 3. They get the rebound. Out to the right wing. There's Lucas. Can't connect from short range. Hayes in the post. Hernan Gomez covering. And Hayes throws it down.
Man, that's an explosive move to the rim right there. Teammates are just loving that one.
They sure are, GA. He was soaring through the air.
Boy, I love the fact he's not backing down. Just, here I come, try and stop me. I love that kind of edge.
They set the pick from deep. Here's Osman.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Tries a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now Athens with it. Shoots the 3. Sinks the triple. 6 points for him.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Trains the three-pointer.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
From outside the arc. No good. Shot missing. Out to the right wing. Pass to Hayes. For the 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
And Hayes throws it down.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Pass to Osman. Looking to end the run. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Biberovic. There's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer. Biberovic has got 6.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
No good from Hernan Gomez. Pass to Hayes. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Athens trails by 10. Inside, Osman. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Drives to the hoop. Pass to Biberovic. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtsevin's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Osman. Good on the triple. He has 5.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
He hits both from the stripe. And here's Birch. It's good from the top of the key. Going inside.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And action so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Taking a look at Athens.
Tremendous hustle, working hard for that bucket.
Gutteridge, the pass to Baldwin. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's a look at the schedule for Athens on Monday, then on Wednesday. Athens trails by 3. Brown outside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result. Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Papa Petro. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Driving to the basket. A nice shot by Baldwin.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Nunn looking around. The shot. And it's Melly with the rebound. Takes a 3. Connects from three-point range. He's got 5. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Into the lane. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And he jams it with authority.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Gutteridge, the pass to Melly. Here he goes. And there it is for him.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Brown outside. From the arc. Got a hand on it. Pushing it up. Nails the open triple off the fast break. Baldwin's got his second basket of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
And so Nunn nails both of them.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Belly, he dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And it goes down 2 points.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Oh, what an amazing finish there. Just fearless in when he attacks the rim, and it's as if the big fella wasn't even there.
They grab their own miss. And he recovers it. Nunn kicks to Brown. Another shot. Again, Athens. Here's Gutteridge. No scoring in this one. Pass to Baldwin. From deep three-point land. Here's Melly. The 3. Drills it from outside. He's got 10.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Brown outside. Jacks up a 3. A shot off that time.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert. I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
They retain possession, and they'll keep possession. 6 to shoot. Here's Nunn. And at last, they get one to fall. Nunn's got 6.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Baldwin the pass to Melly. Here's Gutteridge. Pulls up. And the jumper is good. Knocked away. Brown inside the line.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
We are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor. The new process is making for quick.
A lot of high flyers on this list. I've seen what they can do in game. Curious to see what they can do on the big stage when the lights are.
And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for Athens.
I get trying to play.
And that'll do it for half.
And so that's the end of the first half. They lead by 7. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Slukas passes to Yurtsevin. And it's good. 2 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
And for Athens, we've got Yurtsevin, and it's Osman in at the 4-man position.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Takes the 3. It's tipped. And so it looks like Athens will retain possession here. There's Slukas, and he lays it straight in. 10 points for him. Pass to Biberovic. There's a screen by Marjanovic. There's the screen. Lets it go with the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
There's Slukas. Osman kicks to Hernan Gomez. Shot clock at 6. A 3-pointer off the mark.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Biberovic, good on the three-point shot. Biberovic has got 11.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Lucas, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
First personal foul, second team foul.
And he makes the first.
Number 21.
And he makes both free throws. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Athens trails by 10. Here's the 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. Pass to Biberovic. Fires from deep. It's good from long range. He's got 14.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
There's the drive.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Off target from three-point range. Here's Osman. 7 points in the game. Into the lane, and he dunks it down.
You know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
1:49 left to play in the third. 5 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight. Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
To the left wing. 1:12 left in the third quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Biberovic. Launches a 3. Trains it from beyond the arc.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
There's Lucas. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely, and they haven't faced much resistance.
To the paint. Pass to Biberovic. From downtown. Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Buries it from three-point range. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtseven's got 5 rebounds tonight. There's Lucas. Beats the buzzer! Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? They lead by 7. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Baldwin, and it's Birch in at the center filling out the middle. Connects from three-point range.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after one or two wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Brown inside the line. Pass to Nunn. From past the arc. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
And the man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long ways to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Pass to Birch. Lets it go with a three. It's hauled in by Athens.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looks good from here.
Personal foul. First team.
Athens trails by 7. Stripped away. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Baldwin can't get it to go.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Brown, count it.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Good on both. Here's Baldwin, and they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Yurtseveni's checked in for Athens. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Going inside, it's deflected. And now Athens on the break. They set the pick to tie it up. The shot, no good.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Pass to Biberovic. Jacks up a three. Yurtseven with the rebound. Yurtseven's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Juan Gomez, and that one good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Now Athens with it. They're on a 16-7 run. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 for... And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated.
When it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to do a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Odin.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. He told them he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. And here is Athens now. It's a 1-point game. pass to Yurtsevin. Plays it up and banks it in.
Assist goes to Slukas.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Baldwin, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Slukas passes to Yurtsevin. 6 to shoot. 13 feet away. Money!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Takes the three. It's hauled in by Athens. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From outside the arc, in for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
And here is Athens now. Pass to Osman. Launches it. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Here we go, all alone. Here's Hayes. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the three. So Athens wins it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin...
Welcome to the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. What a beautiful Tuesday evening it is, folks. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team and the starting group for Athens. Jetty Osman out there with Omer Yurtseven. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the small forward. Here's Hernan Gomez. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Here's Osman. And Parker pulls it down. Nunn defends. 4-3. It's hauled in by Athens.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Covered by Satoransky. They set the screen. Pass to Osman. Satoransky pulls it in.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Parker outside. He drops it from range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Covered by Satoransky. Yurtseven a screen. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Here's Parker. Oh, it's stolen. Here's the break. Here's Osman. No good with the triple.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
It's Hernan Gomez with a drive. Kicks it out to Parker. And Parker throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Covered by Sadaransky. The three. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Nunn defends. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Osman, no good.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
That one drops for him. He's got 5.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
From deep. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Nunn defends. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Just 5 to shoot. Baseline jumper. It's rebounded by Yurtseven.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Yurtseven a screen. Hernan Gomez on the wing. Can't hit that one. Excellent D there from Parker. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Athens shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. First one falls for him. It's both from the stripe.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Pass to Metu. To the left side wing.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution.
Here's Vesely. 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Drops in the layup for 2.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
To the middle. Osman. He got a piece of it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Leading by 10. Quarter number 2 coming up. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul. First team foul.
The first one falls.
At the line for 2. Vesely.
Good on both. Athens trails by 12. So on the floor for Athens, here's Brown. It's hauled in by Fall. Lets the three fly. And that one is stuffed right through.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
Ball stolen. Here's Vesely. Pass to Anderson. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. There's the three. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. Athens trails by 15. It's Brown on the wing. From downtown, Anderson pulls it down. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Fall. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And I love how they're working much harder on the glass this quarter and drumming up more second chance opportunities.
Will it go? And that's 2 points on the layup.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Drops one in from the wing. Here's Brown. Yet to see a basket. Anderson covers. Tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. All right, a chance to check out the upcoming schedule for Athens. On Wednesday, then on Monday. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Beyond the arc. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
That's just poor transition defense. He's too good a shooter to leave open out there.
He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one. Defended by Brown. Shot clock at 6. And there's a pick. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 7.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
A minute 39 left in the first half. Knocks down the long J.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Here's Vesely. Pass to Fall. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And finished off by Anderson.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels. We've
got 33 seconds left in the first half. Anderson covers to the paint. "17 seconds left in the second." To the inside. They set the pick. Puts up a three. Jacks up a three. Hits the trifecta. Anderson's got 5 points now this quarter. And here's Brown for three. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. A dominating first half of play. And so far, it hasn't been close. Delivering the blowout. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Poor communication right now. They've been out of sync offensively, and you can feel the frustration building.
Man.
All right, fellas. And that'll do it for us.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've got Willie Hernan Gomez, and it's Parker in at the small forward position. There's a screen by Metu. Launches it, drills it from deep. He's got 11.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
And for Athens, we've got Jetty Osman, also a Marriott 7 out there. And it's Nunn in at the 2. Pass to Osman. Yurt 7 a screen. 4 on the clock. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Covered by Satoransky. Going inside. Chalk up 2 there.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Athens ball.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Covered by Satoransky. Yurt 7 a screen. And it's good for 2.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Back to Parker. Nunn defends. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. 6 to shoot. They grab their own miss. Here's Osman. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Nunn defends. Here's Metu. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
That one goes in.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Nunn defends. Pass to Parker.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And Parker throws it down.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And there's the screen. 3-pointer. They get the rebound. Here's 7. Passes to Osman. Now here's Nunn. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Satoransky outside. Nunn defends. Basket's good. He's got 17. 1:09 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Off target with the three. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Back to Satoransky. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Shot's good by Satoransky.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Outside Nunn. 32 seconds left in the third. Pass to Osman. And Metu pulls it down.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
There's 14 seconds left in the third. Fires from deep. Another shot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for your home team.
He's perfect from the line this time. To end the run. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Outside, Brown. This one for three. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And for Athens, off target with the open look. Anderson covers. Left side, Brown. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, BA. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Defended by Brown. There's a screen. 5 to shoot. Anderson drives. And finished off by Anderson.
Just a strong finish there, guys.
Hey, needed just one hand to do it. And here's Brown for 3. Knocks down the triple.
Well, that's how they like to see him play, with confidence. Ready to fire from 3 when it's there for him.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Lets it go from deep. No good on the shot.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
To the wing, right side. Misses from close range. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Defended by Brown. And there it is for him.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
On offense, here is Athens. Got a hand on it, and they'll get another chance. Second chance effort.
and their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And finished off by Anderson.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Yep, that one goes.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And that's an intentional foul. And one of the findings in a recent league report, Stan, back-to-backs, not a major risk for injury, it seems.
Well, you know, Brian, I had a player that I greatly respected tell me that his preference would be to play 41 back-to-backs during the year, because then you get 2 days off in between games. That really what was harder was playing every other day and never getting a break of a couple of days. So, look, you have to play through a lot of different situations and things, but I think back-to-backs are certainly overestimated.
Interesting, something to consider for sure. 1:52 left in the final quarter. Nails it from beyond the arc. Give him 20.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Launches a three. It's hauled in by Athens. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Fires in the triple.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. 1:04 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Hernan Gomez. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Got it.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Parker the screen. From the arc. Sends it home from three-point land.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Man, good whistle there.
And he drops the first.
Cedi Osman. 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Puts up a deep three. The rebound by Osman. Oh, swiped away. From beyond the arc, and then some. And so they get the victory here at home. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight.
Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Baldwin. He's out there with Marjanovic. And it's Melly in at the power forward. Baldwin can't get it to go. Pass to Parker. Three-pointer. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Always feels good getting that first one in the bank.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
Now here's Marjanovic. There's the three. Hayes, no good. Just over a minute played here in the start of the game. For three, trains the three-pointer. He has 6.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Bibanovic. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Off target from outside.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Here's Bibanovic. In the corner, Marjanovic with it. Shoots the three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. The tray. Now here's Satoransky. Not a lot of room. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Medu. Offensive rebound. From deep. Sinks the three-pointer. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Baldwin looking for the opening. Here's Bibanovic. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Parker finds Satoransky. Parker outside. Medu passes to Satoransky. There's the pick. Shot clock at 5. Let's go. That one's in. His first shot this game. 1:53 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Hayes. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got 4 rebounds now tonight. For the three, The putback, it's good on the putback.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Now here's Hayes. Pass to Biberovic. The three-pointer, no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Satoransky. They set the screen. Down low. Here's Baldwin. Still scoreless. Fires for three. Rebound by Vesely. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Satoransky. Covered by Hayes. Parker, with no one around, sinks the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Baldwin. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Up 6. And back with the start of the second quarter in just... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And they continue to control the glass.
Pass to Laprovitola. Goes up on the wing. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. They set the pick. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Driving to the basket. Shoots from the elbow. Abrinas' shot is off.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Here's Laprovitola. 3-pointer. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Got that one up quick. Here's Abrinas. Hasn't made one yet. This one for 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Here's the 3. Good on the triple. He's got 6.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
And Anderson kicks to Abrinas. Lets it go from deep. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. Abrinas has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. The three-pointer is right on target.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Laprovitola, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Laprovitola's got 6.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
From the arc, Fall with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Abrinas with the bucket.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
1:19 left here in the second. No good from outside. Pass to Fall. Here's Laprovitola. He's got 6. Down to 5 on the shot clock. An emphatic LU jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Such a wide open look. Anderson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Over to the left wing. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Stolen away. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Oh, he got it to go!
Wow, how about that?
How about that shot to beat the clock? That one covers some distance.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. They lead by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
They're letting that team fire away from deep, and it's not doing them any favors. Something got to change, Jet.
Yeah, hard to win when you...
Fellas, what do you say we take... And that concludes...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The visitors with the ball, trailing by 5. They've got Anderson, and it's Laprovitola in at the point. Here's Biberovic. From outside, off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
They've got Marjanovic. He's out there with Baldwin, and it's Melli in at the force line. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Baldwin. Medu is out there with Fall. Then there's Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. Here's Biberovic. Pass to Baldwin. Stolen by Satoransky. Fast break. Here they come. We've got Baldwin. Marjanovic is out there with Hayes. And it's Biberovic in at the 2.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Hayes the pass to Baldwin. A 3-ball. Goes back up. And the nice bucket inside for Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his second bucket of the night.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
And Satoransky kicks to Parker. Pass to Medu. Misses the fadeaway inside. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Baldwin can't get it to go.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
There's Parker with the 3, and it's Melly with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hayes the pass to Melly. Here's Marjanovic. Back to Hayes. Pass to Biberovic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you could see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Vassili's checked in for fall. Fires the 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Hayes has gotten 2 of his 3 attempts to fall from beyond the arc. Takes a 3. Pass to Vesely. Yep, it counts. Vesely's got his second basket.
I like that decision right there. Don't try to force a shot inside. Kick it out.
Here's Biberovic. There's a screen. They get the rebound. Here's Baldwin. Satoransky covering. Baldwin can't get it to go.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
1:44 left in the third. It's rebounded by Baldwin.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Biberovic. Misses off the right iron.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
And his offensive struggles continue.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
Lets the 3 fly. A nice shot by Baldwin. Baldwin's got 5 points so far.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Just 1 for 5 this quarter. You know he wants to help his team, but not sure if shooting is the way to do it.
Here's Biberovic. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Substitution on the floor.
Long range from the inbound. Cans it from downtown. 9 points in the game so far.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Vesely dishes to Parker. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now, here's Satoransky. He's guarded closely. 6 on the shot clock. But 3. Unable to get that one. They set the pick. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. They've got Anderson, and it's Lapro Vitola in at the 1. A second chance effort. Good on the shot.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Pass to Fall. Here's Lapro Vitola. With the drive. Now here's Anderson. Fires the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Puts up a three. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Laprovitola. The three. Fall controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. There's the triple. Drills it from outside.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Abrinas, the pass to Laprovitola. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. Right wing. Second shot opportunity. Plenty of space. Abrinas with the bucket.
Oh, at the last possible moment, he changes out of the shot and finds the open man. Perfect decision.
No good on the three. Here's Laprovitola. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Gutterich has gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Here's Abrinas. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Abrinas has got 5 points in the quarter. Pass to Gutterich. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And so he makes both from the line.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Here's Abrinas. There's a good screen. Laprovitola. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Bangs home the trifecta.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pulls up on the wing. He can't get it to go.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Good on the 3-point shot.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Pass to Abrinas. Screened by Parker. Puts up a deep 3. Abrinas with the bucket.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
With his first shot attempt, Abrinas with a rebound. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the fourth. They grab their own miss to the wing right side. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. From deep 3-point territory. Can't hit that one. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires from way outside. Down it goes!
Wow.
Down it goes!
Fire is answered!
Nice. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the...